Hi, my name is Alexandra.davidoff and welcome to my studio. So today I want to talk about my latest design, and it's called Wool and Coffee Shawl. And you see them draped in different colors around me. I'll show you the details in a minute, but first I want to tell you a little bit about what is it about, the whole design. And this is part of Wool and Coffee Winter Accessory Collection, which I published in the end of 2024. And it was a collaboration with Arkansas Yarn Company. And what we did together is this collection of yarn plus designs. So I love that collaboration. And just look at those colors. So my friend Lori, who is the owner and the mastermind behind Arkansas Yarn Company Yarn, she's an incredibly gifted woman in in many fields, but her yarn is just gorgeous. And when I thought first about like combining with a collection of yarn, which would combine two of my favorite things, wool and coffee. So, and I thought like would be great to come up with a yarn collection which would reflect that. And so that's what we did. I approached Lori, and her first response was, "I don't like brown." And I'm like, "Don't think about it as brown. Think about as coffee." So we did the collection together with that named after different coffee drinks. So, and this one is Arkansas Yarn Company latte. So we wanted to have a little pink in it, but look how gorgeous is this. And I will link below the video which I did when collection came out, because I was showing the samples. So the idea was to have 5 different colors and to make several designs, accessories for winter, which would need no more than one skein. And you can make each one of those accessories in one of the colors, because look how beautifully you can mix and match. They look gorgeous together. Or you can, of course, use one color, and do the collection or one item. So the items were fingerless gloves, um, a scarf, a cowl, a hat, and it was also a bonus, which was a coffee, and socks, pair of socks, and a cup cozy, which is a bonus only available in a book. So you can purchase those patterns separately or together in a book. It's always a better deal to get a book. So, um, so I don't have those samples with me because I sent them all to Lori. But she gave me, I gave you samples, and she gave me a brand new set of all 5 colors to make, my own samples. And I could not touch it because it's just so gorgeous. I don't want to touch it. And I just like to look at that and pet it sometimes, because so if I need another color, I'll just buy it, because she have them in stock practically all the time. And I just, this is never gonna be touched. I don't think so. But this year I decided I enjoy this collection so much, and I think it has so much potential that I wanted to expand and do a project which would require 2 skeins, and in this case it is latte color, 2 skeins, and made a shawl to make a shawl, because like the scarf, basically it's a larger version of a scarf. So yarn is available at arkansasYarnCompany.com. The link below the video. I used pink, but of course you can use any of the colors. And let me show you in detail more about that. So I draped them shawls around me, and the main sample is done in pink. And other samples I did for myself. So This one is done in cappuccino color. So with brown beads, and because it's like I have a lot of colors to it would match beautifully something I have in my closet. And the last one over there is actually charcoal gray. I wear a lot of gray and black, so that would match me perfectly. And of course the pink, but the pink is going to worry. So this is the last video I'm gonna do with this design. So to show you. So look how gorgeous this color is. This is the most sophisticated, elegant pink that I ever seen. And it's just so beautiful. And but at the same time, it's neutral. So I can really wear it with cream and brown and black. I mean, it would go with so many different colors. So here it is. And I'll show you in a minute what you need for this design. But I just love knitting it. Just love it. So, okay. And of course, at the end, it's got a little bow right there. So, two skeins, right? And the anatomy of this design is actually you start at this point right there. And you keep increasing on one side, only on one side. And inside of it, you can see it's a 3-stitch cable. It's one of my most favorite type of cable that I do because I think it's got a simplicity. It's simple in a good way, but not boring. And you have 3 stitches, which means you have a middle stitch where you can place a bead on inside these little crossings there. So again, you start at this end and keep increasing until you reach certain point, which basically would be one skein of fingering weight. And then you do one little repeat once. So you don't have a sharp end, like a corner here. It's actually kind of like a nice turn. And then you keep decreasing. And this side is completely flat until you reach this point. And if you've done I-cord edging on the shawls, they're very popular right now. I have to just let you know that my I-cord edging is a little bit different than majority of shawls out there. And one of the reasons is because I like this edge right here. I think it's very nice and clean. So and if I flip it, I love the way it looks on the back as well. Very nice and clean. So my idea was to design something that looks like practically commercially finished piece, but at the same time, it's pretty unique and completely doable because this pattern is not difficult at all. It's intermediate, so it's not easy. You have to pay attention, but it's just look like almost commercially finished piece. So it will combine like it would go very well with all the other pieces in this collection. And also, yeah, so it's two skeins. And if you decided that you, for example, you want a shorter version, that's the scarf that was published previously, which is only one skein. And you can see the difference. So let me just show you. See, that's the difference. So let me show you how to style it. How, let me rephrase it. Let me show you how I would suggest to style it. You do whatever you want to do. So the small one, Because it drapes pretty well, but at the same time, because of the I-cord edge on both sides, on all the sides actually, on all three sides, it does have like a framing effect. So it doesn't flop very easily, which I like. I like when it has a little bit of a structure. So my suggestion is stretch out the ends, start bringing ends together, and you see how it start draping on its own? So you can just wrap it around your neck and tie a knot at the back and just let it kind of sit at the front. And of course, each piece has a velvet bow at the front, like at the center here. So just a little touch. So like this, or you can do the same thing. Stretch it out, start bringing ends together, and do it just like that. So it's got little nice little touch, and it looks good with a jacket or without the jacket, or you can turn it a little bit on the side so you can have little bow on the shoulder and a little ties on the side. So there's a lot you can do. And it takes only one skein of yarn. I think it's a beautiful way to spend one skein of yarn here. And I want to show a little bow here. So it's a velvet, and I think I love combining those textures. So it's wool, beads, and velvet, but just a little bit. So that's just gives a little touch. So that's a small version. And let me drape it here. And the larger version, so basically it's almost twice larger. I would suggest to do the same thing. Stretch it out, start bring ends together, and you see how it drapes on its own. And you can wrap it around your neck, and you can bring ends to the front and maybe even like put it under. So the little bow here, so you can, so it looks like a really nice mess. Or you can do wear it at the back, stretch it, start bring ends together, and I'm kind of pinching it on the side. So bring it around your neck and tie a bow, not a bow, tie a little um one knot here. And so it's very casual, very nice. It keeps you warm. It has this focal point at the front. And also, this piece has a little bow as well. And it's like a chocolate color right there. And so you have a little focal point on back as well. Another way how I like to wear all of my shawls is actually just placing it on a shoulder. It really doesn't have any practical application because it keeps you warm, but it's like I just do it because I like how it breaks the body in a diagonal. You have this very pretty element on the shoulder, and it's just looks nice. Like I like to wear it just like that. And so sometimes you get like if you're inside but you want to wear something that you made, but it's just too hot. So I like to wear it just like that on one shoulder. And I think it's very chic, but it's me. You wear it the way you want to wear it. So again, two skeins. So let me go into little details, what you need for that. So my pattern, this is number one, and it's this pattern right here, woolen coffee shawl. And my pattern is 14 pages long. But so don't get scared when you download it and it's 14 pages long. Not because it's difficult, because it's actually very detailed. So you have row by row written description of the whole pattern. And you also have an option, what is it, to work charts as well. So it's got charts as well. So if you're a chart person, it's this is here for you. If you just read an instruction, you can do it as well. So it's for both, or sometimes like it's really good combination of both, because sometimes you want to read certain parts and other part you want to double check on a chart and vice versa. So everything is here. Plus, I have step-by-step photo tutorial how to apply beads with a crochet hook if you've never done it before. If you never done it before, don't be afraid to place beads. It's all the help is here. Plus, I just finished video tutorial as well for this design. And so you have all the help out there. So a video tutorial on my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, or you can just skip beads and just do it without it. But of course, beads adds extra touch. So the pattern. So next, you will need those gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous skeins. And of course, you can substitute with any yarn that you want. You just need 2 skeins of fingering weight. And this particular yarn is 437 yards. So that's what you want. You will have, I mean, if your skein is 400, you just have to be careful and stay with the gauge. So you will have, like, I do have a little bit of a leftover, but you want to make most of it. So you're gonna, use most of those skeins. Another thing I wanted to mention is when you're working with with a artisan yarn, hand-dyed yarn, even if it's like a tonal or one color, they rarely come in one color. I do suggest to alternate skeins. Like I do it. So Lori, the way she dyes, she actually swears that, like the way she has a special secret technique, the way she dyes her tonals, that actually you don't have to alternate it. You can just use one and then, introduce another and finish with a second skein, and you're never gonna see the line. I absolutely believe Lori, but it's a habit of mine. So if I work with a artisan yarn, I do alternate skeins. So that's my suggestion. So keep it in mind. Um, so 2 skeins. Then you will need, if you decided to use beads, you will need 80 grams. And 80 grams is a lot, but it's not like you can see it drapes beautifully because it's heavier. And it's also have this like a heavy effect that makes me, at least me, comfortable. Like there's something about heaviness that makes me more comfortable than it would be. Like I just like that personally. So the beads I suggest, I want to tell you something. So I talk a lot about this in my classes where we use beads. So here's Lori's yarn, and here's the beads. And if you look at them, I mean, they don't look like they're perfectly matching. So, but once you place them in, see, it looks like this pink is from completely different color family, but this is Ceylon glass beads. And basically Ceylon beads is like pearl with a tint, and it's got a pink tint. It's all I was like looking for. But once you put it in, it looks like it's just belonged there, like those beads were created specifically for this yarn. So if you decided to go with the colors in my pattern and with the same color of beads, and you receive it and say, oh my goodness, this is completely different pink, do not worry. It's gonna look just like that. Just go with it, believe me. So yeah, that's a magic of Ceylon beads. They kind of like a little chameleons. They just blend in beautifully with the surroundings. So you will see. So 80 grams. You will need cable needle for the little cables. You will need at least 2 stitch markers. At least 2. I do suggest to place them, as you increase. like after each repeat. I forgot how many, I wrote it somewhere, but it was like, it was like 20 something stitch markers. But the most important would be two that that you place just to show like a to mark I chords at the edge. So the rest of them inside is up to you, but it does help if you have extra. So you need US2 needles, and you only need one and one set of needle, and this one is 24 inches long. So I don't suggest any bigger. I mean, that's perfect size for this. I mean, you can, of course it could be bigger, but 24 inches, which is 61 centimeter, is perfect for this design. And also, if you want to go with this little bow on the end, I have a link for Amazon shop where exactly where I got it. And unfortunately, it doesn't come in the small packages. So you will, if you go visit, it's like $7 or something, and on Amazon, and you will receive the whole thing. But you can do something else with it because you only need that much. But maybe we will decide that you want to like put, make the whole collection in this color and keep making it. So, of course, you can make it by yourself, or you can purchase like, any focal point, any bow. It doesn't have to be velvet, but there's something about wool beads and velvet that just make the whole piece velvety, like just gorgeous. Oh, and by the way, so I used for this design is Yummy Sparkle. But this yarn comes without the sparkle as well. So, but just to give you kind of don't be afraid of sparkle. Sometimes people like, oh, I don't do sparkle. I totally understand that. But the way that yarn works, you can see the stellina right here. And by the way, it's incredibly soft. But once it's needed, you really don't see that it's not like obnoxious. It's just so subtle. And it's also like the whole piece just shimmer. Like it doesn't have a sparkling effect. It's like a sparkle effect. It's shimmers. So if you in doubt, give it a try. That's my suggestion. Yeah, or just go with a, no sparkle. It's whatever you want. And I just wanted to show you, I don't know why I did this. So I saw it on Amazon, and there were like little charms in the shape of a coffee bean. So right there. So I actually thought they would be in the size of a coffee bean, and I would think, oh, but it's a little larger than a coffee bean, but still it's so cute and actually looks like a coffee bean. So I made, it comes just as a charm, but I put a ring on it. So I made stitch markers. So it's right there. I don't know why I did it. So because I mean I'm gonna use it, but I don't need that many. So I just wanted to show you, I just wanted to go with the theme of woolen coffee. So yes, so I showed you the yarn, what you need, the pattern. I talked about, oh, okay, regarding the pattern itself. So because this shawl is really just a larger version of the scarf that I published previously, so what's going to happen is whoever already purchased this pattern, you will receive this as a bonus. So it's just going to, like, if you check your Ravelry, it will be there. So, um, so if it's not, write me, okay? So I will just, you will have two patterns there because it's just fair, because it's just additional repeats. But I didn't want to just add a new one because I put so much thought in it. So I thought like it deserved a separate, entrance. And also, if you are just buying like you're new, to the whole wool and coffee collection, or you didn't think you interested until I published this. If you purchase this pattern, this one comes with will be there as well. So it would be two PDF files. So, which is always like nice for the same price. So the pattern will be available on Ravelry, of course. It will be part of the book. And if you already purchased the book, the shawl will be added there. So right now, I believe there is 6 designs there. So it will be number 7. So and it's for the same price. So you don't have to do anything. It would just tell it would just say in your Everly update the file. So just click update and it will you will download the newest version of the book. So which is nice. So it will be available, the pattern will be available on Etsy and on my website. So, yeah, so I'm gonna actually will be packing it. I'm sending it to Worried with Arkansas Yarn Company. And I just want to take a last look to that because I just love the color so much. And but I think I will be making more. So I have brown, I have gray. I want more of those shawls. Let me know what you think and sign up for my channel. You can also buy me coffee. So there's a link below. So you can buy me a cup of coffee virtual. I would really appreciate it. It would keep me going. And I hope you like my new design and shoot me a question. My email contact number in the description. And I'll see you soon. Bye.